them with them. Receive this great man of Jesus Christ. He's none other than one of the associate ministers here, elders here at the Faith Baptist Church of God in Christ. Please, man, please, sir, can you repeat after me? God bless you. Come on, say it like a nigga. God bless you.
Thank you for being God all by yourself. And I stand before you people this morning, God. I ask you to give me a heart and mind desire to be here with you. With the word of my mouth and the word of my heart, be acceptable in God's sight. In His nice name we pray. Thank you, Father. Yes. Glad when it's done. Let us go. Come on. Glad to be here this morning. Thank God for the opportunity to do this. The Lord of God is one who is the head of my life. Yes. My creator, my sustainer, and my maintainer. The pastor of this fine church, Lawrence, First Lady, Lawrence, and District Missionary. All the saints, all the males and females, the deacons. I will not name names, if I name such names, but they call names out, because I don't know about it. I'm still learning all the names of all people. This morning, we say thank you, and give honor. Thank you to our minister of music, men, and wonderful choir, young people who are striving to be part of the choir as they get older. The little choir, you'll understand as well. As I often say, you have to talk about your own. You love your own. So what I want to say is, these are the best choirs this side of the Mississippi. Those on the west side of Mississippi better look out. We're going to take that territory too. Amen. Pastor just said, we have been learning, it is not good for a man to be alone. So with that thought in mind, I'm not going to be here next Sunday. All right. Because I'm going to get my wife. She has been in Colorado. I took her to Colorado 8 years ago to take a job. And in that 8 years, wasn't intended to be a permanent stay, but she's been there for 5 years out of that 8 years by herself. I've actually only spent 2 years of time with them. So we thank God that she's going to be back here with me. Amen. I thank God for the fact that we'll be together permanently as the Lord says. I think He's going to say so for the rest of our life. I would like if you get your Bibles this time, or whether you get right into the message, no delay. I would if you get your Bible and the book of Acts. And we're going to read one verse of scripture out of the 2nd chapter. Come on. Give you a chance to find it so you can follow along with me to know that this is not my word of God. Acts, the 2nd chapter. Verse number 22. Acts 2:22. Scripture reads, Ye men of Israel, hear these words. Jesus of Nazareth, a man approved of God among you by many miracles and wonders and signs, which God did by him in the midst of you, as ye yourself also know. Read that again. Ye men of Israel, hear these words. Jesus of Nazareth, a man approved of God among you by miracles and wonders and signs, which God did by him in the midst of you, as ye yourself also know. If we were to give a title to this particular message, I would just call it God's Approval. Now, there's a song that I wish I could sing, but I can't sing it. I have tried to sing, but I have been told by those who have heard me sing, I said I should sing a solo. And they say a solo that they can't hear. And then one told me that you should sing 10 or 20 miles away. But I do my best. I do make it yours alone. There's also a song, and I said if I could sing it, I don't know who wrote it, who penned it, but here are some of the lyrics of it. What if God is unhappy with our praise?
Come on now.
What if he is not pleased with the words we say? What if he takes away his love and the spirit from above? What if God is not pleased with our praise? What if God is not happy with the way we live? What is he not pleased in the way that we live? What if he takes away his love and the spirit from above? What if God is unhappy with our praise, with the way we live? That's the question we must all ask. What if God is unhappy with our praise? Reading from that particular chapter in Acts, it says that the fact of that, there are a couple other scriptures that we need to look at. Not only was Jesus and his work approved by God, but God also pleased him. If you look at Matthew, the 3rd chapter, verse 17, it says, God said, this is my beloved Son in whom I am well pleased. Amen. Also in the 17th chapter, verse 5, it says, God stated the same thing, but he ended it by saying, hear ye him. Amen. God approved of his Son. He made that statement twice, that he approved of his Son. I ask you again, what if God is unhappy with the way we praise? We must question ourselves that we must determine what if God is unhappy with the way we pray, by the way we live, by the way we walk, by the way we talk. What if he is unhappy? We know that God was happy with his Son because he told it twice. But do you know if God approves of you? Or if he's pleased with you? Or if he acceptable to what you do? Or what we do? We all seek approval, acceptance, and to please others. We seek approval from our family, our parents, our siblings, our children, our spouses. We seek their approval. Children seek their parents' approval because of the fact they do things that will please their parents, and the parents let them know that they are pleased. All right. Also, we seek approval of our friends, our acquaintances. We seek approval of the world. We seek approval of our boss for our job and our co-workers. We seek approval for everyone around us. We're happy when they are happy with us, and we're pleased when they're pleased with us. So we seek their approval. But even though we seek approval of all these individuals, none of their approval is as good or better or equal to the approval of God. Yeah. The approval of God is prerequisite to those or anyone who wants to get God's confirmation and follow God's direction. We need to be approved by God, if no one is. There's one principle saying that if a person made a statement once, that he could get in, if he asked God for anything, and you can't. My wife said, well, what you're doing before God, I don't like it. It's not right. But he says, well, let's don't worry about that. If I can get it by God, I ain't going to worry about you. That's right. Whether you like it or not. If I can get God's approval, whether you approve of it, it does not matter. Because God's approval is the final approval. Jesus himself got the approval of his Father. Now, the Bible tells us in 1 Thessalonians 4th chapter verse 1, it says, let us know. Let us please God, and it's our duty. We are all to walk in the pleasure of God so that we can be abound more and more. It's our responsibility, it's our duty to get God's approval. Amen. It's our responsibility to get God's approval. And when we do, our lives will be changed. Amen. But we have to change our lives to get the approval of God. We can't walk the way we used to walk. Because according to the scripture, according to that particular song, it says that we need to change the way we walk, change the way we talk. We must live a life that's pleasing to the King. We must read his word and give his praises to be heard. If we are going to get God's approval. If we want to get to understand of well done, thy good and faithful servant, we will have to do something, and we're going to have to get God's approval. 1 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, verse 4 tells us that pleasing God is the aim of our ministry. Amen. We are to put our trust in the gospel and not in men, but to please God. We're not to please man, but we are to please God. Amen. Pleasing man gets you only a little pleasure here on earth, but pleasing God gets you pleasure not on earth, but in heaven as well. And without the pleasing of God, you will never get to heaven to get the praises of well done. And we seek praise, approval. And a young man will be sitting, you know, a lot of y'all go to y'all young ladies and gentlemen sports events, and they go out and do something wonderful, and when they walk back to the night, you say, well done. Boy, they're smiling, they're happy now, because you said, yeah, well done. But you give them a little bit of nod. That's approval, that you did a good job. And you seek for that approval. In fact, your children will keep doing good things because they want to keep getting these high fives. They want to keep getting those well done. So they keep doing it. I once said here, a man said that his child drew a picture of what they would call in his elementary school a horse. And a young lady brought the thing home and gave it to Mama. Mama looked at it, oh, sweetheart, that's the best looking dog I ever did see. I didn't know you had such talent. But if you looked at what she saw a green dog with 2 legs. But Mom said that's the best dog she had ever seen. And so she said, it's so good, sweetheart, I'm going to post it on the refrigerator. And then I'm going to take a picture of it and send it to Grandma so Grandma can see how good of an artist you are. Guess what happened the next time little girl did something in school? What she did? She brought it home and said, Mom, look what I got. And I'm all about, sweetheart, ain't that so beautiful? And she posted it on the wall. So she's getting the approval of our parents because she seeks that. We need to seek the approval of God as well. Amen. It also says, Enoch is an example of one who got God's approval. Look at Hebrews, the 11th chapter, verse 5, when you get a chance. Because Hebrews 13, 1 through 16 says that tells us the instructions that we need to do if we are going to sacrifice according to what God would have us to sacrifice. Told us how we should sacrifice. If we're going to please God, because a sacrifice without pleasing God, a sacrifice is sacrifice not according to God's will not be pleasing God. He tells us the fact that when we sacrifice them, it should be without a spot or blemish. If it's with spot or blemish, we didn't please God, and so that which we seek we do not get. Because we did not get the approval of God. We seek it, but we don't get it because we didn't make the expectation of what is required to get that praise from God. All right. So why did Jesus get God's approval? How do you think God was pleased, and why do you think his action was accepted by God? Well, here are some examples. Jesus said, to get the will, to do the will of God is why he was given the understanding for himself. Because he did his Father's will. All right. John 4:34 says, my meat is to do the will of him that sent me. Man. Jesus never forgot why he came to earth. He never forgot why he came to earth. And he came to earth because he was going to do his Father's will. He also said that I came not to do my own will, but the will of him that sent me. That's John 6:38. He never forgot. Through all the things he went through, he never forgot why he was there, and that was to complete the will of his Father. And that's why his Father said, well done. This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Not just pleased, but well pleased. And then not only was he well pleased, but I want you to hear him, to listen to what he has to say, because what he has to say is important. He's important. He wants to say, I seek not my own will, but the will of my Father. John 5:30. And he even told his Father this himself when he said that I come to do your will, O Father, in Hebrews the 10th chapter, verse 7 and 9. He let his Father know. He didn't forget his Father that I come to do your will. In all the trials and tribulations and the difficulties, things that I've gone through, I never forget to do your will. And even on his dad's death, he said, thy will be done. Because he kept his Father's will. So if we're going to get God's approval, we're going to have to follow his will. We're going to follow what instructions he has given us and do the things he told us how if we are going to get the approval of him. Because that's what we see. The Bible tells us that we are to be subject to the will of God. Subject to the will of God. Listen to the will of God. Let the will of God direct your life. When you say, well, I've got to make a decision. And a lot of times when we say that, well, we had a little frequent bracelet we used to put around our arm that said, what would Jesus do? That's a good saying. But it's not really the best thing. Because it said, what would Jesus do? You should have one that what did Jesus do? Because if you know what Jesus did, then you don't have an example of what to do. Now, what would he do? Because what would he do is kind of question, and maybe he would do something. No, what did he do? His example of what he did is right here. So if you need to know what Jesus did, and you don't want to get to approve of God, read the book that tells you how and what God expects you to do. So you can get that approval. Because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? God gave us the Word. He didn't give it to no one else. Of all the creations that he put on earth, of all the animals he put on earth, he put the Word of God in our hand. He didn't give it to the donkeys. He didn't give it to the birds, or the fish. He gave it to us. He gave it to us. He gave it to us. Because he wants us to have the Word. Because without the Word, there's no way possible for you to please God if you don't know what his Word is. It's the same thing as how your children can please you if they don't know what you want out of them. Now, they may not fulfill what you want out of them, but at least they know what the Word is. They know what you want them to do. And if you give them rewards versus punishment, I guess what? They will do your will. If you threaten to beat them, they may do it, but they won't do it wholeheartedly. But if you promise them something that they really want, they're going to jump through hoops to get it because they want the reward. We train our animals the same way. You have a dog out there you want to do right, you give him food, but you put a stick at him, yeah, he will do it. But if you lay some food in front of him or pat him on the head, he is going to come back wagging his tail because he wants a pat on the head and more food. But if you say, stick your hand, he will duck back and tail will go between his legs because he's afraid of what's going to come. So you win him by rewarding him. The Lord keeps us and wins us by rewarding us. So he can only reward you if you know his will, but you have to know his will to do his will. But the Bible also tells us that we should do God's will, not with eye service, as man do, but with service to Christ. We can do a lot of things to eye service for man. And we do a lot of those things that men look upon and say, oh, isn't he such a wonderful man? Isn't she such a wonderful woman? Because a man pleases. But we got to realize, even though man may not say anything about how well we do, if God says, well done, that's most important. That's most important. That's most important. Because it tells us not to faint even in the midst of well-doing. Because in well-doing, some people will criticize the well-doing and some people reward. Because some people say, ah, he's just putting on air. She's just putting on air. They're just trying to show off. No, you're keeping God's will. And he'll talk about you if you're not doing it according to the way they expect it. But God will reward you for keeping his will because he approves of what you do. He goes on to say that we should give thanks in all things, for this is the will of God. Not for all, but in all. As brother said over here a few minutes ago, not for all, but in all. Because nobody thanks God for an automobile accident. Nobody thanks God for sickness. Nobody thanks God for diseases. Nobody thanks God for being fired. Nobody thanks God for being laid off. No one thanks God for getting old. But in all these things to give God thanks. Because God is in control of all things. For as Paul wanted to be healed, God said, my grace is sufficient. So in all things, he wants to give thanks. Even in the midst of his trials and tribulations, we have to give God thanks. Even when we're faced with all kinds of problems, we have to give God thanks. Thank you, God, for being here with me. Thank you, God, for carrying me through this. Because I know I can make it through it with you, because your will is my will, and I keep your will. Romans tells us that our will is to be accepted by God. Romans 12:2 says, tell us that the will of God is good, acceptable, and perfect. Amen. Good, acceptable, and perfect. There's nothing wrong with God's will. It's what we need to survive in this world. It's what we need to get to heaven. Amen. God's will. But when we talk about God's will, we also got to talk about some others who themselves were approved of God. For example, one we always talk about, God chose Job to be an example of approval. Have you considered my servant Job? That's what he has to do. Have you thought about my servant Job? Have you thought about him? He picked Job of all the people and said, have you considered him? Not because Job was in hiding, but God knew Job. God knew what Job would do. God had chosen Job. God had confidence in Job. God accepted Job. So would your life be that God would have to pick out and say, consider my servant Kim? That's me. That's what we have to ask ourselves. Would God be pleased with the words we say? Amen. Would God be unpleased? So we got to worry about that, think about that. But we also got to realize that God picked on Job. God was proud that he could say that Job was a man after his own heart. All right. Has thou considered Job a perfect and upright man? Even when he fell down at the end and lost everything, he did not give up. He continued to believe in God because he was an upright man. He didn't think about the fact that what he was losing, but he was thinking about that he had to get the approval into the will of his Father. That's what Job did. Paul was also one who was a persecutor of the church. He was called to be a chosen vessel, picked out to be sent to the Gentiles. Chosen to pick out to be sent to the Gentiles, and to kings, and to children, and the children of Israel. He was chosen. He wouldn't choose him just because, oh yeah, well, he's looking at his past life. He could have said, well, no, he's not going to work because look at what he's been doing. He can't be one of mine because he's fighting his mind. He's prosecuting mine. But he chose Job to be one of his because of who Job was. He chose Paul to be one of his because of Paul was. We know about the parable of the talents. Matthew, the 25th chapter, verse 14 to 30, tells about the parable of the talent. About how the husbandman, or the king, if you want to call him, was getting ready to leave and go to a far country. And he was going to leave some of his servants in charge of some things after he left. For one, he gave 5 talents. For another, he gave 2 talents. And for a third one, he gave 1 talent. But he went away and did not say when he was coming back. But he went away. And he told them to utilize that which I give you. But realize that when you're using what I give you, it's what I gave you. I gave you. And I want you to take charge of it and to use it. Not abuse it. Not refuse it. Not store it away. But use it. Didn't say when he was coming back. So, you know, we realize that we have to be, these guys have to be on task right now because they didn't know when the master was coming back. He may come back just tomorrow. He may wait 5 years. He may wait 10 years. We don't know, but while he's gone, we are to occupy till he comes. Do what he would require us to do while we're waiting. Because he will come back. And when he did come back, he realized that part of those who did the work was successful. The person who had the 5, you know, he went out and used out those 5 and we gained 5 more, so now he had 10. He gave the master back his first 5, but he gave him 5 more. All right. And so the second one did the same thing. He used the 2 he had, used them wisely, and they would give him back 4, the 2 he originally had, but also 2 more. Yes. And he didn't say, well, you couldn't have got more. I gave it, couldn't you got 15 or 16, or couldn't you get 30? No, he was happy with what they got because they got something, because they utilized what he got, what he gave them. And not only that, but he showed his approval of what they did because he said, well done, thy good and faithful servant. All right. Well done, thy good and faithful servant. But we know there's also that last one, number 1, who himself took what he was given and looked at what he was given. Says, all I got is this little bitty one here. It ain't worth keeping. But I will keep it. Because I know the master's going to come back and he's going to want back what he's giving me. So I'm going to bury it in the ground. I'm going to save it. And when he comes back, I can say, here, Lord, here's the gift you gave me. And he said, Lord, I know, God, what if I lost what you gave me? Because that's what his concern is. What if I lost what he gave me? And if I lost the one he gave me, I wouldn't have the one to get back to him. So I'm going to make sure I don't lose the one he gave me because I'm going to hide it. Amen. So when he comes back, I can give him back what he gave me. But the Lord just didn't want back what he gave him. He wanted back something with usury. Did you use what I gave to you? Amen. If you use it and got nothing from it, God still will be happy because you use it. It's not the number of people we talk to get saved. It's the number of people that get saved. It's the fact that you talk to somebody about selling. Did you go out and praise him? Did you go out and try to coerce people, confess to him? If you did that, that's what's your job. All right. Your job isn't to save anyone. Our job isn't to save anyone. Our job is to go out in the highway and to compel, to bring them in so the Father can save them. But if we don't go out and do what our part is, God, not saying he can't do his part, because he can still do his part without us, but he gives us first chance, first choice. And I think that's a great thing to be first chance, first choice, to get to be chosen by God to go out and do it. Because remember, he gave us the gospel that we should take out to the world. But if possible, it is not way possible that you can go out and do God's will and not be successful. You cannot go do God's will and not be successful. You have to be successful. But how do you equate success? 5 or 2? Were they successful? Yes, they were. They both gave back something that they didn't have initially, so they were successful. The one who didn't have it, they was not successful because he was called a wicked and slothful servant. And he was an unprofitable servant. Because he didn't use what was given, he was more concerned about keeping what he had and giving it back to the master. That's not what God approves of. God approves of us doing the will that he called us to do. And that's the work he called us. There was a time when God was not pleased. If you look in 1 Corinthians, the 1st chapter, verse 1 through 12, it talks about the concept of portion of what God was unpleased. Why? It's because Paul was talking to a group of people who have been saved. And all those people who have been saved were not saved under the same person. They were saved under different people. Because one says, I am of Paul, one says, of Apollos. So God was unpleased because of the fact that there was division among them. He was happy that they were saved, but there was a division among them, so he was not pleased with that division. All right. Now maybe some of us here to say, well, I got saved under Pastor Bowen. Some say I got saved on Pastor Johnson. Some say I got saved on Pastor Strickland. Some say I got on Pastor Johnson. Well, that's fine. But just because you saved on them, that don't mean you're his. You're all God. Amen. He doesn't care who saved us or who spoke to us that we got saved. So we don't want a Pastor Born. Because if we all want a Pastor Born, he should start beating us because some of the things going away ought to do. I'll probably be the first one to start beating us. Because the fact is, we have to do God's will. And that's what God's will is, to do the things that we know we're supposed to do because it's based on what the Lord has shown us to do. Now, I'm getting ready to close because time is of an essence. I'm going to conclude with this particular passage of Scripture found in Matthew, the 7th chapter, verse 21, 23. It says, "Not everyone that says unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that does the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have we cast out devils, and in thy name have done wonderful works. And then I will first profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye workers of iniquity." Now you know it'd be a terrible thing to live all your life and get to that day or tell you, depart from me, workers of iniquity. Because we think we're doing God's will. And never ask God, am I doing what you want me to do? I think I'm doing what God wants me to do. I think I'm doing what God would like me to do. I think I'm walking the walk God wants me to walk. I think I'm saying what God thinks God ought to say. It'd be a terrible thing to get to have done all of those wonderful things that you did that God permits you to do for his thing, and told you, depart from me, you workers of iniquity. Because you weren't doing my will. You were doing things that bring glory and honor to your name, but you're not having mine. Like I say, it will be very, very terrible to get to that point, after living all these many years, to get to that point and told that depart from me, workers of iniquity. Because we seek God's approval, because we want to hear him say, well done, thy good and faithful servant. And we're going to hear one of the two of those statements. We're going to hear one of them. We today have to choose which one we want to hear. And once we make the choice of which one we want to hear, we must decide what we're going to do so we can hear those words. Because you control whether you will hear them or not. We control it. We control whether we will hear depart from me, workers of iniquity, or well done, thy good and faithful. We control that. And we must decide today, what if God is unhappy with the way we pray? What if God is unhappy with what we say? What if God is unhappy with the way we live? He may take away his love and his spirit from above. What if God is not happy with the way we pray? What if he's unhappy with the way we live? He's not pleased with the way we give. And if he takes away his spirit from above, what will we do? But the scripture also goes on to say that we must change the way we walk, change the way we talk, must live a life that's pleasing to our King. And we must read his word and praise it should be heard. If God is going to be pleased with what we say. All right. Well, that's the first one.